everybody, this is Nine with the B-Side. I have Jojo Abot today, a multi-artist in painting, photography, film, music, fashion, body art, right? Body sculpting.
Kind of all over the place.
All over the place. So I was reading your homepage, and one of the things that you said when you came to New York City, your skin made a difference in how you were treated, how the world maybe perceived you. And I can relate to that. My dad's a Native American, so we've been treated that way about our skin.
We were just talking about the possibilities of having a Native American president in the next round, and it's not, obviously it's not going to happen, but it would make things sort of come almost full circle.
You know, Mexico's first president was a Yaqui. That's what my dad is, Yaqui American. So it is possible, maybe. But so I have sort of a strange relationship with skin, right? Yes. Because I'm either too white for my brown relatives sometimes, or when white people find out that I have a Mexican surname, because being Indian was dangerous, right? We had to take on Spanish names. Then they react differently to me too. And then there's the whole thing with land and not having access to our own land, or being granted, as they say in the States, a reservation, land reserved for a skin. Tell me about how that works from Ghana and your experiences in South Africa with apartheid.
I think there's external and internal displacement, right? There's internal and external sense of belonging. And there's also sort of an affirmation that comes from within us, but also outside of us, as far as where we belong and how we fit into that sort of mold of society or that performance of civilization, right? I think certain forms of skin have been tagged with certain value perspectives that have been created and endorsed and sort of sold by people who stood to gain the most from these inferiority complexes, right? Or certain skins being marketed and sort of presented as supreme, superior, sacred, or whatever. So as someone who's African, born in Ghana, when I came to America and finding out that I was black, was kind of confusing, because I was like, wait, but that doesn't, what do you mean I'm black, right? And then to find that not only was I black, I wasn't the same kind of black as an African American. Then I wasn't even the same black as a Dominican, as a Puerto Rican, as a Mexican, as an indigenous Native American. So then there were so many different kinds of black that were coming up for me. And the complexities of being confined within the skin sort of became a challenge, right? And then as I grew, I started to realize, actually, no, it was a privilege, because I could have been a spirit born into any skin. Right. And so the fact that I was even born in this skin was a privilege, to give me grounds to sort of stand on and speak on issues that affected black bodies or female bodies. But initially, the world does seem to want to sort of place or position that perspective as one that leaves me without power, when I feel it actually gives me a lot of power now that I'm older and I've had moments to think about it. Now there is that very aggressive and abrasive reality of people treating me a certain way based on what they think I am, or who they think I am based on my skin and the values they've been taught to attach to my skin. I don't have to succumb to that. I don't have to prioritize that perspective. I don't even have to perform my life based on the principles of that perspective. That's that person's burden to bear. And I have to learn to see myself from a godly perspective. And that's something I've had to work on within myself, to remember that I'm a sacred being in and outside of my flesh, and that my sacredness starts from within me, and I can create moments of safety and bravery for myself regardless of where I occupy. You know, because as I traveled, I realized I can't keep negotiating my value with the universe, because people don't even know their own value. So why would I trust you to give me value when you don't value yourself? You know what I mean? Yes. And if your value is only established from you making me inferior, then your value is not worth much anyway, right? So I couldn't give away my value to be sort of determined by anyone else. It would be foolish.
One thing I said I wanted to talk to you about body too. Tell me about why it's important for you as a performance artist, but also as a musician, to incorporate your body into the art, into becoming part of the entire thing, right? Because you could just as easily just wear a suit and do the music.
Yes.
But it's a total body transformation that you go through. In a lot of your videos, you're painted a different color, put on golds and everything. Why is that important to keep the body part of the art?
I feel like the body is the art, and for me it's always about harmony, existing at peace with the universe. So essentially you could put me by anything and hopefully I'm in harmony with it. I'm not in conflict, I'm not fighting anything. And I think that's how we're designed, to almost be like blossoming flowers, existing as one with nature. So I see myself as a canvas. I see myself as part of the larger story, the larger narrative. Almost as if you had a drone up there, I'd just be a tiny speck, you know, in the grand design and beauty of nature. So in sort of honoring that, I like to celebrate the canvas that I have, the shapes of it, the textures of it, and sort of create a space that speaks to the universe in a way that says, I am welcoming, I'm receiving, I'm grateful, I'm abundant, I'm infinite, I am you, you are me.
Part of it.
Yes, a part of it.
Brilliant. Thank you so much for talking to me.
Thank you.
Give up my time to someone else. Thanks for being on the B-side. Thanks everybody for watching.
Power to the God within.